Hey everyone, let's talk about the basic principles of why we must push back against a cashless society. We're seeing the banks are stopping giving people cash at ATMs. They're putting limits on how much money you can put in each day, how much cash you can put in. They're putting limits on how many coins you can put into the banks. And we're seeing that the big chain stores, the corporate giants, Woolworths and Coles and those guys, are now going cashless as well. Plus they're going staffless. Now, we can't have this happen. We have multiple reasons why we can't do it, but some of the really basic ones are people with disabilities, they use cash. A lot of them don't have mobile phones, a lot of them don't have credit cards. Cash is king with them. That's how they do all their daily transactions. Elderly people, they love using cash. They love it because it gives them a purpose. They pick up their cash from the bank each week on their pension day and they go and spend, and they know exactly how much they've spent, and they can look at their savings physically right there in front of them. A lot of these people don't have the dexterity or the mindset where they can go into their bank account and understand how much they're spending if they were using cards or digital, so they can't see any of the money. They like the physical cash. That's some really basic reasons why we don't want to hurt the disability sector. We don't want to hurt the elderly by making them go cashless, forcing them to go cashless. But on top of that, it's the fact that they can track every single transaction that you make. If you're using card for everything, right, they can literally see every single transaction you make. And I don't like that. The Privacy Act should be protecting us. We're already getting tracked and monitored on our phones every single day. We know this. But now, with every single transaction you make, you're also getting monitored. And Commonwealth Bank has recently just started doing a carbon footprint, so they can see every single item you buy and track how much carbon that item uses. I looked at my CommBank app the other day and they said I used 1,700 kilograms of carbon in the month of June. And I'm meant to be using, the government initiative is to use only 200 kilograms of carbon. So they're literally tracking every single purchase you make through those cards. If we're using cash, you're not tracked all the time. And it's not to say that we're criminals and we don't want to be tracked, but we should have the freedom. Cash is part of society. We should have the freedom to use our cash, even though that piece of paper is just a substitute for the petrodollar. We should be able to use it, but keep an eye out as well. BRICS is coming out. The Brazil, Russia, India, China connection is coming out with their money, which is backed by gold and silver, so precious metals, which I think is a much better idea. We should never have moved away from that. It'll take the power away from the United States. But the main thing is cash is king. All of us should be using cash every single day. We should be pushing back against the places that are saying no to cash. Okay, guys, get the message out there. Love you all. Peace.